It's Monday, January 8th, the first day after the holiday season. A day that I've been looking forward to quite a bit. I love the holidays, obviously. It's the best time of year. At Disneyland or anywhere else for that matter. I love Christmas. But I also love good old-fashioned regular Disneyland. I love to see Disneyland in its natural state. And so I'm really excited about being here on this day. I'm glad there's a point somewhere around before the new year where I'm just like, okay, I'm done with Christmas and I just want to, turn the page and get things moving again in the next direction, get ready for the new year. But I want to, I like to see the park now in its state, which is interesting because they've taken down almost nothing. Now, it is just the first day. Yesterday was the holiday day. Today it is not. But the Christmas tree is still up. And most of the decorations on Main Street are still up. The only thing that they've taken down on Main Street are the garland that they place that run across the street. And I've noticed also that none of that, hey guys, good morning. None of the Main Street vehicles have their holiday decorations. Those are easy to take down. And then of course, the best part, actually this is really kind of, what I was looking for the most. Just take a listen to the music loop here on Main Street. Really good to hear that again. The Main Street music loop is wonderful, delightful. So that's what we're going to be doing today is, exploring the park today in its natural state as much as possible, disregarding whatever holiday decorations, etc. are up, enjoying that music. We're going to take, look at the crowds and stuff, of course, because it is, now everybody should be back to work. Everybody should be back in school. I don't know of any schools that are still on any kind of Christmas holiday. The APs are still, or the APs are back, but they've been back since the 3rd. That's not as important to me, evaluating that effect on crowds, as it is just basically the holidays are over. And I just stopped to pick up a little bit of the aesthetic here on Main Street, and I'm impressed with the size of the Main Street crowds right now. And of the traffic, lots of vehicle traffic out here. Makes me almost want to go back to the beginning and jump on one of those Main Street vehicles. But that's a fairly decent turnout here this morning for a Monday after a holiday. It's just wonderful. Delightful. First order of business is to go to New Orleans Square. You may have seen already on our social media accounts, Instagram _Fresh Baked and Twitter at Fresh Baked Disney. That's Fresh with no E. We updated those, I think yesterday, I'm hoping, that construction walls are up at the Haunted Mansion earlier than I was expecting. So my first order of business is to head over there and go for a ride. I'm going to get in that queue and see how things are looking there inside the queue. See what the walls, how those walls feel to the guests inside the attraction. And it looks like the queue has grown as I had expected when I was looking at this earlier this morning. That was just at 9:30. So I think we got to first find the back of the queue. Here we go. Standby entrance. And I don't know. Let's see what happens. Tip board right now is showing standby at 30 minutes, which isn't too bad. 30 minutes is the standby, and we're using about half of the queue that surrounds the fountain. If that were to get up to 40, 50, or 60 minutes, it's going to start getting out into the expanded areas. But still probably not into the walkway, which is kind of surprising. I would have thought this would already be growing more than it is right now. They've really gotten creative with the switch back out along the wall. There's 3 lanes right here. So about 6 minutes to get to the entrance, to the threshold, which is considerably better than I thought we were going to do out there. That's pretty good. You can see that they have, instead of running, I don't know, oh, they're sending Lightning Lane straight into the house now, straight into the mansion. They're using what would have been normally the Lightning Lane queue here as the turnaround for the standby. Standby is going to route over to the wall there and then come back around, and then they're going to go up the steps into the mansion. I give Disney credit for, I think they're trying their best. It's really a difficult situation, and I just hope they're able to find, because it's only going to be a couple weeks. It's only going to be 2 weeks, and then it won't be a problem anymore because the ride will be closed for 7 months. But this isn't bad so far. This is kind of tripping me out a little bit. We're going to go up the steps now. It's been about 12 minutes to get to these steps. And then we're going to hang a left. We're going to hang a left and go up the queue that way. And then right there is Lightning Lane. They're just going to go directly in. Wild! What a trip! They're ready for more here if necessary. I was wondering at what point they would extend the queue outside, but they've got another switchback ready to go if needed right here. You would turn right at that corner right there, and then back this way, and then back into the queue that way. There you go. All set. That was about 20 minutes.
For the story that you were about to be told began on the holiday worlds of old.
Ready for boarding and be sure to keep to your right.
The mansion was changed. All was soon covered, adorned and deranged.
8 balls of knowledge that answer with a truth that is sure.
Till your eyes like a nightmarish
Well, that was really, really interesting. I really enjoyed that. One of the most interesting rides I've had on Haunted Mansion in a very long time. That will compare nicely to whatever happens when we're back in August. I'm going to stay in the neighborhood. I think I'm going to get some lunch here. at Tianas Palace. I have not eaten at Tianas Palace since opening day. Not a single plate of food since opening day. We tried most of the food that day, so I have tried almost everything. But I'm curious to see if there's been any sort of change in the quality, especially of that shrimping grits, which I think we're going to get today. By the way, helpful tip, don't worry about or bother mobile ordering Tianas Palace, even if there's a little bit of queue. This is very easy to get through. Opted instead for the beef po' boy. This was on the menu when Tianas Palace first reopened, but we didn't try it that day. We tried just about everything but that and the quarter chicken. So I'm going to get that instead. Need to add that to the list of things that we tried here. First glance, it does not look particularly appealing. It doesn't look good at all. But half of me doesn't even really care because I am loving being here, having this lunch right now at Tianas Palace. The interior decor is amazing. The seating arrangement out here is fantastic. I love the canopies and the popcorn lights out here, even though it's daytime. I love having the music there in the background. They just had the Jambalaya Jazz Band, which is playing out here a minute ago, and the vibe out here is fantastic. I love eating. Well, I was going to say at the French Market, but now this is my second time at Tianas Palace, and I'm just delighted. I'm going to try the sandwich now, and rather than try to take a bite of the sandwich because it's enormous and it wouldn't be pretty. So we're gonna try the actual beef. I mean, it's okay. It's all right. It tastes like it should, but it's not anything to write home about. It's not anything to be, thumbs up. 10 out of 10. It's not. Trying the red beans and rice. That's pretty good. I can definitely enjoy that. Ooh, it's spicy. I'm unable to report that things got any better after working on that beef po' boy for a little bit. It did not get any better. It tastes even less desirable when it gets colder. Let's try that beignet. See if it's as good as I remember. They still make them fresh inside. Well, I should say they still make them inside, but they don't make them to order now. There was a whole array of them waiting for you. They had, I don't know, a dozen or so it's probably not going to be hot or fresh, quote unquote. Although I don't think it's supposed to be hot like a beignet is. The beignets you get at the Mint-Julep bar. It is cold, but it's still very, very tasty. The glaze on top, the lemon in the middle. I mean, I'm going to love this no matter what, for sure. Look at that. 3 minutes later, Tiana's still making the rounds. I was wondering if she's going to keep showing up. Thank you.
Always a pleasure to see you again. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Good. Yeah. You enjoy now.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to see me again. She remembered me. I didn't have the heart to tell her that I didn't enjoy her po' boy sandwich. But like I said, though, it hardly doesn't even matter. I don't really care. I love the vibe in there, man. That was great. I really, really enjoyed and still do enjoy Tianas Palace. So it's been about an hour and a half since we got in the queue originally for Haunted Mansion, and it hasn't grown. I'm kind of shocked. It could just be because, it's post-holiday crowds or lack thereof, that it's never going to reach that sort of critical mass. There's just not enough people in the park. I noticed when I was there, I didn't film it, but the Dave, it's on there, hey guys. The Mint-Julep bar was dead. It only took us like 5 minutes to get through the queue inside, maybe 10 to get our food inside, which is great, even though they were only running half, one half of the interior. So it only took us about 10 minutes. And then Mint-Julep bar was dead. There was nobody in the queue there. So the park feels crowded in some ways, but there are a lot of aspects of the park that is, you could tell that it's not as busy as it normally would be. Decided to check in on Critter Country. We just, you know, in our construction report this morning, we speculated that they might be installing the water tower here pretty soon, and that I would be stopping by in my various visits each day to see if anything is updated. And it does look like there are a couple of vertical, see, he's got something that's going to be installed vertically, I think. And I have a feeling that might be in preparation for the installation. Hi guys! But that's permanent. That's not scaffolding. Okay, every angle I get looks easier and easier to tell. Definitely something coming out of that rockwork there. But I don't, it's still too early to tell if that's in relation to the water tower. I gotta get out of here. I could watch that all day. Let's take a peek at that wait time. 55 minutes for Indiana Jones. That was closed this morning. Jungle Cruise was also closed this morning. Could this be our next adventure today? That says 30. This is our next adventure today. Well, cute today. It was out the door, full down below, and I saw guests in both the left and the right side on the top deck. So that 30 minutes, that could be legitimate. Looks like they're waiting for a boat. And they are using every bit of this queue up so far.
We kindly ask that you step all the way forward in line and fill all the available space in front of you. The line will split into two at the top of the stairs. Please pick the shorter side and keep your group together. Thank you. Your adventure awaits.
Okay, so that's a good sign. We're not using the rear part of the upper deck.
To present the importance of good hygiene. But with love in my eyes, I'll follow.
Do you want to go over there and try to go that way?
Red line, center line. Left line, center left. Right line to the right. Left line to the left.
Yeah. 27 minutes later, that's our boat. Well done, Jungle Cruise, well done. And that right there is a sight that you don't want to see, is a Jungle Cruise boat just parked right after launch.
Mind you, these boats have been
They took off and then immediately stopped. Now, I don't know if that boat is the problem, if there's a boat ahead of it that's the problem. The boat ahead of it was empty. Oh, I feel like there's movement. Yeah, the boat ahead of that one looked to be going through some, like a dry run, an empty run, possible maintenance issue. So, no, not better at all. Not better at all. Back it up. You're good. You're good. You're good. What is going on here at the Jungle Cruise?
no, so
That's a noose.
this needs to
Why is there? Oh, it's a tow noose. That's a tow rope.
So because of that right here, I'll tell you what, it's a very interesting thing. It's fun.
This empty boat is going to tie up with that boat and then go reverse. The empty boat is going to tow the full boat back to dock, and then they're going to unload the guests. So that's why the other boats behind us, when I had the camera going in that direction, they were showing boats going backwards because they were clearing, they were making room.
Some attractions will be open there as well. It just depends on how quickly
Fascinating.
they're going to come back here.
In the
They only have
12 years I've been doing this, I've never seen this before. There it is.
However, nothing like about as soon as they put that book away. Amazon never has problems. Amazon never has problems. I did like the other. She was fine. She came back, she became very rocky. The Imagineers messed her up. She used to see a chiropractor. Never tried to do it, so she didn't know what he was
This is that other empty one that I was talking about before that I was wondering if that was the boat that was causing the issues.
Right. Did you know which boat you were in? No.
Hit it, Skip.
Tomorrowland.
Bye. And that's our boat. Back in action. And that 27 minutes turned into 40, but I'm good. That was very interesting.
On that note, does anyone here know how to swim? If you know how to swim, raise your hand. Great, keep it held high. Guys, if we sink, your flotation devices are located all throughout the boat. Do not look to me. As you can tell, I barely can drive this thing. Much less save you from sinking. Let's go hit something! Wave goodbye to those beautiful people on the dock! Now wave goodbye to everybody else! You'll never see them again. What you can see coming up on the starboard side, though, my friends, is the mysterious Temple of the Forbidden Eye. And the famous archaeologist, Dr. Indiana Jones, happens to be in there right now, looking for the world's greatest treasure. No clue why he's looking for it in there. I'm obviously standing right here. But right over here, my friends, is a 500-pound Himalayan tiger. And I know he's Himalayan, because sometimes Himalayan over there, Himalayan over here. But right now, him is standing. All of my friends on this side of the boat, watch out on the water there for my friend Ginger. Now, the beautiful singing coming from right over here is my friend Bertha. And you know, true story, she actually used to be a human, just like me. Yeah, but she stayed in that shower for so long that she turned into an elephant. How wild is that? I said I'm not risking that, so I just quit showering altogether. Oh, that explosion, folks, is a telltale sign that we are entering banana country, so keep your eyes peeled for wildlife. Oh my goodness, the gorillas have got absolutely bananas! I guess he's calling the shots now. And that car, too! Oh my gosh. Did y'all see what they did to that car? Yeah, they left the headlights on. The African bells right over here. We have some zebras, some wildebeest, and the ones really tall, way high up there in the back, those are trees. Guys, stay away from them, alright? I heard they are pretty shady. And now, my friends, it is without further ado that I introduce you to the star of the Jungle Cruise movie, The Rock! Get into the beach full of rocks like Dwayne Johnson? Yeah? Did anyone here see the Jungle Cruise movie? Okay, don't panic. I'm gonna try to scare them off. All of you, cover your ears. Okay, hope that works. I'm out of ideas. And ammo, clearly. Wow. No, we're good. We are totally fine. Looks like that did scare them away. Wow. You're welcome. Just saved all of you. Yeah, okay. As you can tell, this is clearly not an easy job, you know, but my friends tease me constantly and they say, Madison, your job's so easy. I bet a monkey could do it. That's crazy. Monkeys can't drive boats, right? Has anyone ever even seen a monkey driving a boat or using a mic? And now, friends, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's the magnificent colossal eighth wonder of the world. Give it up for the backside of water! O2H! Okay, just me. All right, we'll work on that. Guys, in case you were unaware, now you know, we really like telling chemistry jokes periodically. Now, my friends, it would not be a Jungle Cruise without a stop at our official Jungle Cruise gift shop. Oh my gosh, I mean gift shop. Yeah, take a good look at it too because it's never been this organized. Now, it's been real. It's been fun. It's even been real fun. And as we approach, friends, make sure we're staying fully seated with our hands, fingers, arms, elbows, feet, and legs inside the dock. If you have enjoyed your Jungle Cruise today, my name has been Skipper Madison. That is spelled H-E-L-P-M-E! Exclamation point. But if you did not enjoy your Jungle Cruise today, my friends, well, then you can do something very exciting now and get out.
It looks like they're cycling these boats like crazy. That was a 7.5 minute tour. I'm not sure how that compares to what the normal boat trip is, but I felt like she was zooming through because they're, you know, they got a lot of people waiting and they want to get these, you know, get the guests caught up. And by the way, big respect for Madison. She was great. I loved her bit. I heard a joke that I never heard before. I loved it. I love it when that happens. The Himalayan standing. I enjoyed that. Well, what a day so far. A very, you know, this was supposed to be just, you know what, I'm going to go to the park and see how things look on the first day of the non-holiday season, the non-Christmas season. Look at the crowds, maybe go on a couple rides, have some food. And we've had the Haunted Mansion situation and now the Jungle Cruise situation. Quite an eventful day. I was talking to a cast member while we were waiting for the Jungle Cruise boats to, you know, do their thing, and he's like, "This is really cool, right?" And I said, "Yeah. Can we just do this all day?" I've been on the ride before. I've been on Jungle Cruise before. I know how it goes. I'd like to see this whole operation happen because that was pretty neat. Never have I seen that whole cycle happen like it did. That was really cool. Gonna take a quick walk into Tomorrowland. I just want to see how the crowds are. We're going to do some actual crowd recon. That was the plan for the beginning. I haven't really done much of that except for what we did just now at Adventureland a little bit and then the Haunted Mansion. So I want to see how it feels. Really light. It really does feel light right now. As it should. Should be lighter. It should be less busy today than it was even just yesterday. And there you go. Star Tours is 10 minutes and you can definitely get a sense of the lack of density in this crowd right here. Welcome back to January, Disneyland. I love that music. Kind of looking forward to the next State of Disneyland report we do. Do a proper analysis of everything that's happening. We are going to be shooting State of DCA on Wednesday. By the way, I'm looking now, you can't see it, but I can. 70 minutes for Space Mountain right now, 70. So what we're seeing is something that happens a lot at other parks, Knott's Berry Farm, Universal. It's not busy in the streets, but it's busy in the queues because, you know, everybody's. Let's go. That's still the goal for most people, is to go on rides. That's the ultimate goal. So, on a less busy day, you're still gonna fill up mostly the big rides, at least rides like Space Mountain, Indiana Jones, which we saw was an hour when we walked by. Those attractions will still draw a ton of people. Do look for our State of DCA report coming up probably on Thursday. We'll be shooting that on Wednesday. I just love doing those reports both from here and from DCA, and we got some stuff to talk about. We got some stuff to talk about at DCA, and hopefully by Wednesday, some of those Christmas decorations will be down, which there were practically nothing down today in the park. Kind of nice. Matterhorn obviously is still packed. I'm gonna guess that's probably 45, but out here in the streets it's nice. Oh, so close. So close. Oh man, I would love to get in that queue and measure that right now. I would so love to. Had a moment there where I thought we were going to have to navigate a parade, but that's right, no parades now for a little while here in the park. No parades until, when was it, March? I forget. Magic Happens comes back in March? Or is it February? I can't remember now. But we got a ways to go. Oh, this is nice. All right. That's enjoyable. Man, I really want to jump at one of these dark rides right now, but I'm actually on a mission. I've got another update to do in another part of the park before I check out today. So I've got to save some time, save some daylight for that other project. But it's, I love Fantasyland, you guys. I love Fantasyland, I love dark rides, and it's like I just want to jump in there and enjoy. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Oh, it's crispy.
Hi. Ah. Everybody's coming in?
Now we're going to do a Star Wars.
Hold on. Give me out. How do I get out? Face paint, 45. Give me out. Give me out.
Good to hear that music on Main Street. It just feels like Disneyland when you hear that, right? Hopefully soon we'll be able to report on the decorations coming down, the tree coming down. That'll be down in a couple days, I'm sure, probably by the next time we come here. When we do our construction report on Friday, we'll be able to talk about that, I believe. And hopefully as well on our State of DCA report coming up on Wednesday. That's when we're shooting. Another interesting, lovely, delightful afternoon, morning, both here at the Disneyland Resort. Great start, in my opinion, to the new year. And by the way, I feel like the new year starts on January 8th, not on January 1st, because that's still the holiday season. That's an extension of the previous year, the previous season. As far as seasons go and times at Disneyland, we just had our New Year's Day today, January 8th. By the way, I need to follow up. There's stuff coming out of Walt Disney World. Today's the day that they dropped their good to go calendar. I'm gonna have to do some research on that and just report on that a little bit. I want to see how that's going. I'm going to try to reach out to some folks who are in Florida and see what the situation is with those good to go dates. I'll probably be doing an update on that on Fresh Baked Presents on our news channel. So that's it. I forgot about that today. Big day in Florida too. Thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Follow us on Instagram at _FreshBaked. You can hear that train going off in the background there. Delightful. On Twitter at Fresh Baked Disney, that's Fresh Disney, and on TikTok at Fresh Baked Disney. And if you like our show and want to show your support, please do consider joining our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/FreshBaked. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, everybody. We love you. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. Fresh Baked? Wow, that's great.